I have to ask you one small favor, okay?
Okay.
Do you know a tag team called the Dudley Boys?
Yeah.
You've heard of them, right? They're kind of a big deal around here, right? You've heard of them, right? Okay. So I brought my Dudley glasses. Now, my good friend, my new best friend, Julia.
Yes.
My new best friend, Julia, she put my glasses on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, I know you want to be my friend too.
Oh.
So, will you put my Dudley glasses on also? Will you put them on? Okay. So, you please put these glasses on. Okay. There you go.
Perfect.
Wait, I have my pair too. I brought two pairs. So you wear your pair, I wear my pair, and now you have to say, Bubba, get the tables.
Get the table.
How do you say, Bubba, get the tables in Espanol?
Get the table es Baba agarra las mesas.
Say no, slower.
Agarra las mesas.
Agarra
Las mesas.
las mesas. So now you say, Bubba, get the tables.
¿En Spanish or in English?
English, do it. But you have to push me. You have to push me. Just Bubba, get the table.
Baba, get the table.
So I don't often make a habit out of simping for girls in wrestling or celebrities or anything like that, but I got a crush on Stephanie Vaquer. I don't care who knows it. I don't care what you call me in the comments. Doesn't matter. This girl is special. There is something different about her that pretty much nobody else in female wrestling has that she has. She has that it factor from the moment I saw her. And look, I follow the indies a little bit vaguely. You know, I keep an eye on some of the bigger names and stuff in Japan and Mexico and that sort of thing. But this girl was way off my radar. And it wasn't until she made that appearance at AEW Forbidden Door when I first heard of Stephanie Vaquer, and she came out and had that match with Mercedes, and I was blown away. I instantly recognized this girl as a star. She had the it factor, the look, the presentation, the way she carries herself, the horns, all of it. And she came to the ring all business, and she was incredible in that match. She can hang with the best of them. There are not very many elite level wrestlers in the female division. There's a clear downgrade from a men's division to the women's division as far as the talent and the ability. There's only a handful of women's wrestlers that are really in that upper echelon, and Stephanie Vaquer is one of those women. Her opponent at NXT Roadblock, Julia, is one of those women as well. It's got to be from working the strong style, going out there. She also says she's into like jiu-jitsu and stuff. So it's got to be the mix of real credibility. The chick could actually kick your ass in real life. And something you're not going to see from the girly girls that come up through the Performance Center in NXT. You know, there's really something different about her. And I wasn't the only one who saw it, because she was immediately on everybody's radar after that match. And in fact, she started a little bidding war because WWE took notice. They watch everything. If you don't think they sit and watch all the AEW shows to see what those talent are doing, you are dead wrong. They were watching, and there was an immediate bidding war. And we don't know she was offered a contract from both AEW and WWE almost immediately after Forbidden Door. And now we don't know for sure. I was going to say what was offered, but we can probably assume that Tony Khan would have financially outbid WWE, because he always does. That's his style, you know. But to some people, that's not the most important thing. Some people recognize that there's the big leagues, and then there's, you know, not quite the big leagues, right? I mean, AEW, they try to, you know, do the arenas, which they're kind of not doing much of anymore. They certainly got the big league money, the budget, and they got a lot of big league stars. They are on national TV. It is the big leagues, but the major leagues, it's the WWE. So it was a no-brainer for Stephanie Vaquer when she was offered the choice between AEW and WWE to choose WWE. But it went beyond that, because not only was she offered a contract to WWE, they gave her the choice. Main roster right away, like Jade Cargill did, or NXT. Guess what she chose? And guess why? Smart girl. Check out this clip.
So before you came to NXT, you had another company who wanted you also. AEW wanted Stephanie Vaquer. NXT wanted Stephanie Vaquer. Why did you choose NXT?
My dream. WWE is my dream. And so I say, okay, I try to think like adult, that option, but WWE is my dream, and say, okay, this is for me. Many option and talk, speak, but say no, WWE is for me. And I take NXT because I really like do things or new things, but good. I don't like the fast and not good. So I say, okay, I need to learn English. I need to learn TV show. I need to learn American style, WWE style. So I say, first I say main roster, but change and say, I want to go to NXT for learn.
So WWE asked you, do you want main roster or do you want NXT?
Yeah.
And your first answer was?
Main roster. The first call, when call me and say NXT or main roster, say main roster.
And then you thought about it?
Yeah, I think I say, okay, take it easy. I need to learn English. I need to learn Spanish. So, okay, change NXT.
So this was your dream to come to WWE. Professional wrestling is your passion, yes?
My life.
How many people would honestly make that choice? How many people would be smart enough to recognize that they don't have all the pieces yet to be a giant star in WWE? Yes, we could put you up on the main roster because you've made a name for yourself out there and you got a nice looking presentation. We can do the damn for you. You know, look what they're doing with Penta. You know, obviously they could present Stephanie really well on the main roster, but she knows in her heart. You heard her say it. I don't like to do things fast but not good. I like to take my time with them. She recognized she didn't have all the pieces to be a WWE superstar yet. She had a lot of the pieces. She's a great wrestler, great performer, great look, great presentation, good talker. Kinda, you know, like she's coming along just fine as far as her English. Like I was able to pretty much understand everything in this interview. That's only going to get better too as long as she's continuing to try. It was very smart of her to make the choice to say, no, let's take more time to fine tune me. Let me learn the American style, the WWE style, as X-Pac calls it, the main event style, right? Let me learn that down at the PC where I can fuck up a little bit maybe and then get pointers from people who are there to train me, to make me a better product. Also, let me take some time to learn English better because you'll never make it on the main roster if you can't cut a promo. We've learned that. I mean, more under Vince McMahon. I think Triple H would give you a little bit more leeway there. But for me personally, that's never been a problem because this is the World Wrestling Federation, brother, right? World Wrestling Entertainment, world being the key there. I have no problem with people with representation from other countries and them not being able to just speak perfectly fluent English. But WWE is primarily an American product, right? Their biggest audience is on American TV, and they do the most traveling in America. So it behooves her to learn the language better. This was a very smart decision and a ballsy decision, because she could have just been right there and be a mega star already. She's taking the time to fine-tune it, and it's fucking brilliant. It was a brilliant move. And look, she's already had, let's put her in the Royal Rumble anyway, because we know that she's one of the top stars that we have down in NXT. That NXT women's roster is stacked. I expect to see at least 1-2 call-ups after WrestleMania. I think Roxanne Perez is a shoo-in for getting a call-up after WrestleMania. I don't know how much longer we can expect to see Julia and Stephanie down in NXT. Both of them seem to be in the same boat. Julia also needs to learn English. Julia also needs to learn the WWE style. I just think, what a fucking smart, what a brain, what a good head on her shoulders. What a smart way to approach it. Let's take the time to be better, so when she gets to the main roster, she can just hit that ground running and fucking go. She'll need to continue to, practice and learn English and fine tune it. But, that extra year or two in NXT, she's going to learn everything she needs to learn that's going to give her the tools to succeed in the main roster. And I am fucking telling you now, this is not a flash in the pan talent here. This will go down, I guarantee Stephanie, probably Julia as well, both of these talents are going to go down as some of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time ever. As I said, there's only a handful of women's talent that are really up in that elite, there's a significant downgrade from men's talent to women's. And that's a hurdle that the women have yet to overcome, but there's a handful of them that are really, really up there. I don't think anybody could argue that Charlotte Flair is probably the best of the best as far as WWE talent. Like her or hate her, what she's able to do in the ring, nobody else can do. Rhea Ripley, another mega star, mega talent, very talented woman. I'm very high on Liv Morgan lately. I don't think she's the best wrestler, but she's come a very long way as a wrestler. But more importantly for WWE, she's one of the best performers. Characters, personalities. She's really in the pocket right now as far as her presentation of her character, the way she talks, the way she carries herself, and now her facials, the way she sells in the ring. And she's adding the hustle on top of it. Nobody's worked harder in that Elimination Chamber match than Liv Morgan did. She was the MVP of that match. The women, the talent that WWE has under contract right now for the women is fucking unbelievable. Probably the best that there's ever been in the history of wrestling. They are stacked, and a lot of them are in NXT, and they're grooming that new crop. And when that new crop hits the main roster, they are going to be stars. Stephanie Vaquer, she's got that unique look and presentation to her. She's got the mystique, the foreign, she's got a little bit of that intrigue to her. She's not just the pretty Barbie doll blonde that, came up through the Performance Center kind of thing. She is something different from head to toe. The entire package, the horns, the music, the entrance, and her ability to beat the fuck out of you in the ring. She's going places, and I think within 5 years, Stephanie Vaquer is going to be a headline. If she's not already headlining WrestleMania, at the top of the women's division for a women's world title, she's going to be in that conversation. It is undeniable. that this girl is going to be there. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know also who you simp for in the WWE. Look, don't try to make a habit of it or anything, but this girl, something special there. Peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes. We'll catch you in the next video.
That video there was a real slobber knocker. Head on down to the comments, put a little barbecue sauce on the like button. And while you're there, I would subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. And leave a comment. Everybody's got a fucking comment.